Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name's Liz. This is Let's Get Lizical, where we do everything card making. Today I'm going to show you another quick trick for doing a lot of cards. So we're going to be using up some scrap papers that we have and making them into strips and then making patterns out of them. And what I do to adhere them is I use, this is like shipping label sticker paper. You can get like a big pack of like 100 sheets for maybe $15–20. So you could do technically like 400 card fronts with it if you're just doing A2 sizes. Today I'm going to do mini slimline cards, but I just use the paper, take off the release paper, and then I use the backing to like adhere all my sheets instead of using double-sided tape on another piece of cardstock. This just helps it keep it a bit thinner. And then you won't have the bulk, because otherwise you're adding a layer of cardstock plus more cardstock. Or if you're using designer paper, it could be a bit easier, a little bit thinner. And then in that case, you might want to do the cardstock method, but I like to do it this way because it's quick and easy and I don't really need to fiddle with tape. Just need to fiddle with these corners. Okay. I'm just going to peel it off. So the release paper is obviously not sticky, but the paper itself is. And I'm just going to be doing a pattern. I'm going to do a candy stripe pattern first. I just cut up a bunch of red and white cardstock for this one. And I'm just going to stick this down on an angle in the middle somewhere. This is the thicker red stripes. So I have two sizes, and I think they're like 1/4 and 3/8 of an inch. So you're going to start off with one thicker red one, and then you're going to go up to a thinner white one, and you just like butt the paper up against each other, and because this paper is already sticky, it just sticks down. And then you want to do another thin red one, and it's pretty forgiving if you mess up too. Double-sided tape tends to be a lot stickier than this, so it might be harder to peel up if you make a mistake. And then we want to do a thick white one. And then a thin red one again. And then a thin white one. And then a thick red one. And we're just building up like a bit of a chunky candy stripe pattern. And then a thin one. And then when you get to the ends here, you might want to just like, you really just need to cover the back of your paper if you cut it to the right size. But like this, I can rip off and use on this end instead of trying to use up full length ones. And this last one here would technically be a thicker red one, but it's gonna get cut off anyway, so I'll just leave it. And these strips you can cut either, these ones I cut with a die set that I have from Mama Elephant. I also bought this longer one off of Temu, but it cuts, looks like 3/8, 1/4, and an 1/8 inch strips. or you can just take a sheet of paper to your trimmer and just cut whatever intervals you want. And it takes a little bit longer if you're doing specific patterns. Like this one, I'm trying to follow a specific pattern, but the next one I do will just kind of be like random. Okay, so that pattern is done, and then you're just going to take some scissors and cut along the line, or you can use your trimmer if you want. We've made our very own pattern background. And that will just go on my mini slimline, which is 3 1/4 by 6 1/4 finished. And then we can decorate it up after. I might try to straighten out these lines too with my trimmer instead. Okay, and then we're gonna do another one. But I'm not gonna use these. These ones are random strips that I've had for a few years. I made a few cards with these a few years ago. I just keep them on hand just in case I need them. They're all in random like widths and lengths and stuff. So again, I'll just start in the middle somewhere. And I like my stripes to go bottom left to top right. I don't like it going the other way for some reason. It's just personal preference. So I'm just gonna toss this down here. Okay, and then we're gonna do a bit of a different pattern this time. So I'm gonna pick a spot over this way and do this. And we're just gonna create like little chevron areas in different colors. And this is a mixture of cardstock and the pattern paper that I got from Michaels that I've used to make envelopes with in the past. And I'll just speed through this. Okay, this method takes a little bit longer to put together, but it's still fairly quick. And it does help get rid of all of the scraps. Like I can make probably another couple cards out of this. So I'm just gonna take this to my trimmer and see if I can straighten up some of these lines. Okay, so I'm back with some cards. This one I decided to finish off with just die cut sentiment. This I ordered off of Temu recently, so I'll link it down below. And I also added some Paper Roses cleared crystal gems, and I added one for the little dot on the eye as well. This one just has like the hollow shimmer, and then you get that little bit of extra from the gems. This sentiment is a little bit finicky to put together just because it is like all these letters are separate, and then this one's very delicate, so you kind of have to like squish it back into place after you take it out of the die. But if you have a stamped sentiment, you could like bang off a bunch of these pretty quickly. And then I cut some mini slimline envelopes that I have available in my Etsy shop. It comes with 3 sizes. The mini slimline, which is 3 1/4 by 6 1/4 finished. I have a custom slimline, which I like to do at 3 1/2 by 7. And then I have a standard slimline, which is 3 1/2 by 8 1/2, and all 3 come in one pack for like $2. It's actually like one of my #1 sellers. So I'll go through a video soon showing just like how to put it together, fold and glue it. I'll show a video soon on how to assemble those files, but I will link the file down in the description below. And then for this one, I decided to use Mama Elephant sets as usual. This is like one of my favorite brands because the images are so cute. But I use Puffy Holiday Greetings and the Reindeer Games stamp set, which I will also link below. And this time I just stamped them on some Neenah Desert Storm cardstock. I didn't bother coloring them in. The only thing I colored in were like the nose and the collar in a red alcohol marker. And then I added this Sakura Stardust pen, which is like a clear glitter gel pen, and I added that to their antlers, their noses, and the medallions on their collars. And then again, I just like added a bunch of the Paper Rose clear crystals, which you don't have to do if you're gonna mass produce these, because that does take a little bit of time for placement and gluing everything. But if you wanted to, you can add them. If not, you don't need them. Like, the card is very cute on its own. I like to add the bling and I can't resist. So yeah, those are our quick strip background cards for today. Just use up whatever scraps you have. You could do it in patterns or solid colors, and just, you can make them into any pattern. You can do it random. You can like create a pattern, which will take a bit more time, but like once you do it once, you should be able to do it multiple times after that, no problem. But yeah, so let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Leave a like and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!